Hi there, my name is Kronenberg and welcome to my channel. This is a film review of Croc. It's a horror, came out in 2022, it's 16 plus, it's an hour and 25 minutes. Amazon is 2.9 out of 5, IMDb is 2.6 out of 10 with the Amazon synopsis. Lisa and her family meet for a wedding in the country, unaware that nearby a nest of hungry crocodiles have been living in the lake. The bloodthirsty Croc soon crashed the wedding and everyone must battle the Jurassic beast to survive. So the director is Paul W. Franklin, who directed The Impact. Producers, we have Scott Chambers, who directed Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2, and Reese Frake-Waterfield, who produced Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 1. Music was by Andy Fosbury, who did the music for Into the Deep. Cast, we have George Nettleton, Nettleton, who is Charlie, who is in The Offering, he's in the middle. Sean Altman, Altman, who is Lisa, who is in The House of Van Helsing, the series. And Stephen Staley, Staley, who is Ben, who is in Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2, he's the one on the left. Mark Haldor was Dylan, he was the dad. He was in Kingdom of the Dinosaurs. I've reviewed that one a while back. Antonio Williams, Willlans, who was Amy, who was in I Am Rage. She's the one on the right. And Chrissy Wuna, Wunna, who was Vanessa, who was in Dinosaur Hotel, and she's the one on the left. It was filmed in the UK, and it's also known as Crocodile Vengeance. So it's a British film. I could tell by the accents as it's starting up. It starts with two campers having a quiet night out somewhere else, camping. And then they hear this growl. The girl's kind of like, "What's that?" And the boyfriend says, "It's okay, it's a badger." I thought, what? Do badgers make them noises? Oh, okay. I saw a death about 4 minutes in. The crocodiles were good. And he actually was bricking it, was the guy. It was one of the boyfriend. It was pretty good. I enjoyed that bit. That was like, yeah, because that's how you would react. Now, Dylan, who's the dad, at this point I was like, I swear I've seen him before. Because you just know when you see some people, you're like, I've seen him somewhere. Where the hell have I seen him? And it was in the Kingdom of the Dinosaurs. Because he's definitely got a very soft voice. It's very. Anyway, he's at the country house and he's being shown around with a woman with red hair. Top tip: you need to sound like you're not sounding. You need to sound like you're not reading from a script. It was literally like, "Oh, so you come from Africa then? What do you do there?" "Well, I do this and that and the other." "Okay. And is it bad? What do you do?" It's like, well, put some passion in it. Anyway, it's 15 minutes of fame. It seems like the house has no Wi-Fi connection, so the wife can't stream the wedding, even though they're actually recording it. Poor thing, no internet. It's just like, it's a dream of one of mine just to go to a place where there's no internet. Be like, oh, it'd be heaven. Of course, I won't be able to record anything, but that's beside the point. Now, of course, Dad, who's Dylan, is a charmer, you know. First, it's the one showing around the house. Then it's Vanessa, the boss, the wife's boss. And he looks like a bit of a charmer, you know. He's getting in there with everybody. I must admit, though, when someone was just killed, the other person who saw it was completely in shock. And literally the morning after, still in shock. Now, if you watch many blockbuster films, I'm talking about anything that's, you know, AAA films or whatever, they seem to get over it in minutes. You know, oh my god, this guy's just dead. Right, let's go over here. It's just like, what the hell? I'm pretty sure you'd react a little bit better. Budget's kind of like real life because they can put that passion into it, whereas in blockbusters they don't want that. They don't want the action. So, Dad went scouting to find Georgie, the bridesmaid. Right? After stumbling on a couple of human skulls, the crocodile appears. Quite ingenious, I must admit. The crocodile did look good. The attack on his leg was a bit poor, but afterwards he was in agony, looking again convincing. Again, like how you would do if you had your leg sort of nibbled on by a crocodile, as opposed to blockbuster films that just push through it and carry on. The Crocs on the land were actually good. I loved the attacking, even though some were just some sort of blood squirting in the air with no body. There was like, ah, and there's blood went, but you couldn't see anybody. It was just this, like somebody squirting some blood or ketchup. So it's a horror film. So what am I waiting for? Is it flashing lights where it's in the daytime? No. I was waiting for the trip. There's always somebody that falls over. Always. But this one was pretty poor. So Vanessa and I think the groom's mum are hiding by a building, right, by the wall. The crocodile sort of comes along and saunters by, but then doesn't see them. But then he turns and sees them, so they scream and Vanessa runs. What does the mum do? Well, if you imagine you're in a standing position and then just fall flat on your face. I think she was trying to show that her shoes were stuck in the ground. They weren't. There was no mud. But she just sort of stood there and went, ah, and I thought, what? What the... I love the vicar. So they're discussing how to kill it, and he says, we don't need to kill it. It's still one of God's creatures, and it's upset. So, Lisa says, what? What? The crocodile is upset? Oh, that's alright then. When everyone is dying because the crocodile is having a bad day, I'm upset because my wedding day is ruined and people are dead. It was so good. So anyway, the vicar's praying for Amy, who's in the car. I have no idea how they knew that she was in the car, because where the car was, it was nowhere near the house, and yet they can see into the windscreen. I don't know if anybody knows, but when you're in a car, you can't really tell who's in the car because of the glint. If you hear any, the cat's just come behind me. Anyway, Groom says, which is Charlie, says, where was your God when people were being killed? The vicar's reply, the Lord's moves in mysterious ways. It's the most annoying phrase I absolutely hate. And so he replies, he sure does. He put a killer crocodile in the middle of Hampshire. Doesn't get more mysterious than that. And I thought, yeah, that's actually quite true. So Dad, Amy and Vanessa, this just drove me mental. They're in the swimming pool in a building that's kind of like 30 or so meters or feet away from the main house. So it's like a pool house. Dad sort of just glances out of a side window and spots Lisa. How? I can barely see her from where we were. Cut to her, and she's doing some sort of weird hand things with her hand, like flapping her hands up and down. Right? And Amy then says, oh, what is that? Is that Morse code? Bear in mind the window is closed on both sides. He's on the side of a window, if that makes sense, and she's up at the other end of the house. She's on the first floor in a window closed. Flapping hands, and apparently Dad can read this, and he says, yep, I know exactly what it is. She's saying that, and he just read out an entire sentence, and I thought, what? I can't even see her. Yelling out the window would be the way I would speak, because crocodiles can't jump. I would go, they're over here, so and so are dead, we're over there. But no, she flaps her hands. But it's okay. There was a point when we had to run, or they had to run. So how did she tell the... What are you doing? Sorry, I'm talking to the dog. How do you tell the people in the swimming pool to run? Do you yell out the window again? Do them shitty hand signals? Bear in mind it's daylight. Nope. Use a crappy little torch that is the kind of torch that you would just find at a fairground. You know, those ones that have no light on them and they can only just light up about your fingertip and that's it. One of those... flashing, and he's like going, okay, yes, right, okay, let's go. I thought, what? Okay. Now, if you're a crocodile and are in a swimming pool area, right, and someone lobs in an extension lead plugged in, right, so you get the shock, would you then expect it to kind of like explode? Because I've seen many horror films, I've seen many action films and whatever, and then people sling stuff in water and all you hear is a bit of fizzle and that's it. But nobody explodes, but apparently the crocodile explodes. I'm also confused because earlier on they said, oh God, there's loads of them, which is true, there was. But then when they killed this one, they just sort of sat there and relaxed and went, that's it, it's dead. And I thought, what about the other one? No one killed any other crocodile. Now I'm going to give it a 3, but that's generous. Acting was okay, some parts were just poor, and bits were not making sense at all. Effects when we saw was okay, as in the crocodile and some blood and whatnot, but overall it was a bit, a bit not good. Anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed watching and listening to this film review of Croc. It's got an exclamation mark on, by the way. Give me the old thumbs up if you like this video. Leave a comment in the comment box below if you've seen this awesome film. Subscribe to my channel. I've got plenty of the film reviews, loads of horrors. You might find some more you like, including this one that I saw, which was Kingdom of the Dinosaurs. I think it was something else, actually. I can't remember what it was called, but I don't think it was Kingdom of the Dinosaurs. Okay, well, thank you and goodbye.